Hello and welcome back to Olympus Craft. My name is Code. So we are here on the Olympus Craft server and I am over at my new build area in the 118 biomes and I logged in to this. Now at first, I came through that portal there and I was like, oh, 005? I don't get that. But then I walked around and it made a little bit more sense. 200. Thank you guys so much. I have reached 200 subscribers here on YouTube, and I know that kind of sounds small, but for me, it's a big deal. This is exciting. I mean, I'm glad 200 of you decided to hit that subscribe button, and it really helps me out. This keeps me going. It keeps me excited to play this game. It keeps me excited to keep recording videos. So thank you guys so much. And also, thank you to whoever built this, because I can always use some free gold. So a quick update on progress in this area. As you can see, I believe that's CWG's side. He's currently building his massive wall around his empty area in the middle. And that is where he is going to be building his new 1.18 base. And as you can see, what I'm standing on here is a piece of my new base. And I kind of showed a little bit of this in the last video, this outline that I had built and stuff like that. And it's coming along very slowly. As I realize how much quartz this is actually going to need, I am just taking my time, I guess you would say. It takes a long time to trade with other villagers and stuff like that, so I'm slowly getting there. I have, at this point, I have the outer rim at the top. It's not really at the top, it's going to be at the top of like the main floor. The main floor is going to be up there. And then I've started on some of the pillars. And I've also started in between them, starting some of the texturing, just to kind of see how this is going to look. Now, I don't have a lot of andesite and mossy cobble and things like that, but I wanted to kind of get like the design and feel for it. And right now, it's still a little too blocky. Like that goes straight down there and I don't want it to, so I'm going to be working on a lot of this as I go, because this is going to be an interesting little texturing to have to do, because I'm going to have to build up underneath the base all around. And I should have placed this a little bit farther back into this mountain so I wouldn't have to do quite as much texturing. But at this point, I've already started and we're just going to kind of roll with it. And I think it'll give it a little bit of, extra custom feel whenever I can get all of this stuff, custom terraformed up and make it look really nice. Gonna have to remove some mountain, like right there. Gonna have to remove a little bit of that. And then the base itself is actually gonna end right over in here. And it will kind of continue, backwards a little bit that way. But the rear of this base area here is only going to be, I don't know, probably, well, actually right in here. There's the back of one section, and it's got another section that kind of swoops out here. And I know that Rob was wanting to build something over here in this area as well, and I think that may be where he's starting. That could also be Ellie. I'm not 100% sure. We've all kind of grabbed some random areas over here in this 1.18 terrain. And I'm not sure who is where and what, but I'm excited to have some neighbors over here now, because my old base, I didn't really have any neighbors very close. I had the shopping district close, but I didn't really have anybody else that was, living close to me. So I'm not sure where he's going to want to build, but I think as long as, I can have up until like right here to my portal, I think I'll be just fine when I get this thing built. And then he is welcome to build wherever he wants. So Jack has also been very busy getting a lot of this stuff done. This is his ice, I don't know if you want to call this a road, or if this is like an aqueduct or a wall, or exactly what this is. But he's also started on some forming down in there. He's got some other ice kind of started up here. I'm not exactly sure what his is going to look like, but so far this looks amazing. It just looks like a broken off, aqueduct or a broken bridge. All the details in there, the texturing of the walls and stuff, then the waterfalls. These just look absolutely incredible. So I'm very excited to see what he has planned for over here. And one of the things we're going to do is we want to try to connect all of these bases up, which is going to be kind of cool. So he's kind of started a little bit, just kind of broke through the mountain here. And as you see, this runs right over into where my base is going to be. So we may drop this, this piece down right here a little bit, and then get it and connect it in over to where, I'll put a door or something over in here, so we can easily travel between our areas without having to, fly around the mountains and things like that. So over in here, as you can see, the wall has been started by CWG. It is so far looking pretty good. This is a pretty large wall that he's going to have around this, and I believe he's going to have it around the whole thing. How far has he made it? Looks like, right over into here. So, he's got a lot of work to do to get that wall done, but this is going to be awesome. He's already cleared all the trees out of here. And I don't remember if he's making a castle or exactly what he is making over here, but I do know that on the other side of the portal here, Stircat has been working and has an outline of a castle. And you can see her down there right now, planning, scheming, trying to figure everything out here. It looks like they may already have a messaging system here between the two, so they can send messages to one another. This is kind of neat. Like I said, I know we want to try and connect everyone's bases up and stuff like that, so I believe... Well, that's really far down there. Goodness. So I believe that, we're going to have some things like this. We're going to have messaging systems, we're going to be able to send minecarts across, and we're going to be able to build bridges and things like that. And one of the final plans I think we have for this area is to connect both, Jack, me, Ellie, Rob, I think, connect them over here to Stircat, CWG, and Lem. Now, you can probably see the hole back here. This is Push Lem's hole. The TNT seems to still be running. I'm not sure if it's actually operating. Yeah, the minecarts are gone. One of the problems that he had with this one is the minecarts kept not always falling out, but one thing he didn't plan for, he AFK'd in one of the minecarts that he would stay, keep the area continuously loaded and stuff like that, but he forgot about phantoms. And I believe a phantom knocked him out in the minecart, so both him and the minecart went flying, and he ended up dying. It said he suffocated into a wall. I'm not really sure where he suffocated into a wall, but nonetheless, I think his stuff was recovered, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But sadly, right now, this machine is going to keep going. I may try and stop it for him, because I don't want the machine to keep going and end up, breaking something, because I think he's going to probably end up having, at this point, he's going to have to rebuild it in order to make it, to take it back over top of these areas here that it's currently missing. But this is the progress he's made. He is currently planning to, and I don't want to give too many spoilers, he's going to be building a massive base that's going to start, I'm not really exactly sure how low, but let's see, what is this down here? This is Y21. Now, I think he's going to go clear down to whatever the negative level is here on 1.18, the bedrock level, whatever that is. And so he has to do a lot of TNT mining to empty this area out, and then he's going to be building up from here. Now, the scale of his build he's working on is absolutely massive. So even when he is clear down at bedrock level, I believe it's still going to extend above the ground a decent bit. So this is what he has been collecting all the blackstone and all of the other resources for. This is just going to be an absolutely massive build. So this is an excellent place if you wanted to get a bunch of the cobbled deep slate as well. He does have a beacon up there, but it doesn't reach this far down, so I'm not sure what his exact plans are. I'm assuming he's just going to want to continue with the TNT mining and get this area all mined out. Alright, so let's hop into a quick time lapse and let's get a little bit more done on the pillars of this front section of the base. Alright, so we got a little bit more done, and it's actually starting to, take shape once again. And again, I have ran out of quartz. So we got most of the pillars done through here, which is the center section of what this base is going to be. I went ahead and placed some of the quartz up top here to kind of get a little bit of an idea of, what I'm going to be dealing with down below when it comes to light. I got to make sure this is semi-mob proof and stuff like that, so gonna have to do some work down there. The next steps, I think, what I want to do for this section here is I need to fill out, this mountain. I don't want to necessarily fill this all in with quartz because, well, I have a limited amount of quartz to work with. So in between, I'm going to be working on these, the fill of the sections in here. So some of these pillars I might extend back, like this one right here is only 1 deep. And I might extend that back to 2 deep just to meet up with right there. save a little bit on, you know, actual quartz usage and things like that. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to take and make these any like thicker, and I will just fill in behind them with, you know, mountain material. I need to fill in on this side over here to make it like the mountain is right there with me. I need to, you know, terrace it and make it look kind of like these down here. So I had to start kind of back and work my way forward a little bit, and then I'm just going to do that throughout most of these. Then over here, I'm not really sure how I'm going to work this yet. I may make an extra room kind of down in here, and then outline it with glass and quartz outline on the sides and stuff like that. And that should be pretty cool. Over here on this section here, this is going to be kind of a cylindrical tower, I guess you would say, on this side over here, kind of with a glass overlook at the top. Kind of like one of the high points of it, because this is going to be decently high. The roof's going to be up a little bit. But then over here, I want to have like a little bit higher kind of tower thing. And that'll give me a excellent view of everything else that's going on over here. Looks like Jack has a lot of work going on over here, a lot of scaffolding. Luckily we have a lot of bamboo here, a lot of scaffolding, so he's working on stuff over there. And I believe Ellie is working over here. I don't know if this is Ellie or Rob. I'm not really sure yet on this one. But overall, it is coming together. This is going to be so cool when it is done. And Push Slim's hole is getting bigger and bigger. I know he AFK'd for a little while yesterday with the TNT machine here, kind of working out and making this hole much bigger. Now, if you are a very observant person, you will notice that I only have 26 levels in my hotbar down there. Well, this hole has claimed another life. I was flying over yesterday just to check and see how everything was going and if, you know, everything was working or whatnot. And of course, naturally, my elytra broke right about in there, about halfway across the whole top of this thing. And I did not have any pearls or anything else to soften my fall, so I took a smack. So another death on the list there, which is okay, that's normal. I was not able to get my stuff back, but luckily I had my backup box, and I was able to at least, you know, have an elytra and gear and stuff like that. I used the stuff out of my backup box, so I no longer have a backup box. I am working slowly on rebuilding that, but I will get there eventually. But it's not too urgent. You know, I amazingly did not have my totem on me. I'm not really sure how I didn't have my totem on me. I almost always do, but for some reason I didn't. And that cost me my life and a good bit of my gear. Now, the reason my gear despawned was because where I had fallen and died, the TNT duper was heading right over top of it. So the TNT ended up blowing up all of my gear. But this is a very, very large perimeter area through here. Looks like a geode got hit with that as well. And they have some of these, you know, caves, ravines, these deep ones, because we are at negative 23, 24 through here. And this goes down all the way to, what's the lowest one here? 45, 46? Yeah, 46, clear down here. I figured there'd be some mobs in here as well. But yeah, this goes really deep. This is really cool. This is a whole new level of terrain that we haven't seen before. So this is awfully exciting. And of course, Push Slim is the only one on the server who can flex a full diamond block beacon. You know, I almost wonder if this isn't... Oh, it is. This really is full. I thought for sure he just like covered the outside with diamonds. And I'm impressed. I am impressed. So flying over from this side, you'll kind of get an idea of the scale of how big this thing is going to be. This looks incredible so far. We still have a lot more work to do, but we had to get started somewhere, and this is where we're starting. All right, everyone, this is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for tagging along. We are going to have more progress on this massive base, and I'll try to keep everyone updated on everyone else's progress in this area. But I'm not going to give you guys too much because I want you guys to run over and check out everyone else's videos. Their links are down in the description. That being said, these phantoms are going to kill me, so I will talk with you guys later.